Hello, I'm attorney Randolph Rice, a Maryland criminal defense attorney. Today we're going to talk about expungement, or shielding your record. Now, expungement is the process of filing with the court a document that then directs the different agencies that have collected your information to remove that information from their records or expunge it from their records. Now, in Maryland, there's one real key guideline in terms of expungement and your eligibility. If you received a finding of guilty, in other words, if you were found guilty and it says guilty on your disposition paperwork, then you are not eligible for an expungement. The only way to receive an expungement through that process is to apply for a pardon, receive the pardon, and then expunge that record. However, there are other scenarios where you are eligible for an expungement. For example, if you received a not guilty, a dismissal, an acquittal, you can file an expungement immediately. That also includes a nolle prosequi. In other words, if the state has chosen not to prosecute your case, you can file for an expungement immediately after the case is over with. There's some cases where situations where you have to wait a little bit. Those are scenarios like you received a probation before judgment, a PBJ, or your case was marked stet. For a probation before judgment, you have to wait 3 years from the end of your probation period. For the stet, you have to wait 3 years from the beginning of the stet, or the date that the stet was entered, and then you can file for an expungement at that point in time. If you received one of those outcomes that you can expunge it, but the time period has not reached that point yet, and it's not ripe, you can always petition the court and ask them to expunge your case early on a finding of good cause, and you have to go to court and present to the judge a reason why they should expunge your record before the time period has run. If you are more interested in expungement in Maryland and you'd like to have your record expunged, give me a call at my office 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to discuss your case.